Well, a defender's investigation found people who live anywhere but South Charlotte are 5 times more likely to encounter a CMPD SWAT team serving a search warrant. And in response to our discovery, the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department defended its use of militarized policing in certain neighborhoods, but the deputy chief conceded to our Nate Morabito that CMPD needs to do a better job tracking search warrants, locations, and demographics. Tonight, we are seeking solutions.
She says CMPD only uses its SWAT team in rare, extreme cases when there's a dangerous suspect involved. Cases, she told us, usually are in violent neighborhoods, unlike South Charlotte. But advocates say our investigation identifies a clear problem.
They gonna kick that door in.
When CMPD makes a major misstep, like raiding a home, damaging the house, and displacing a family,
this is just not fair what happened to us. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
While looking for a man who wasn't there,
We didn't deserve this.
the public tends to find out. But what about all of the other times police serve search warrants?
There are some cases that go under the radar that aren't as extreme as this case, but in order to get better, you actually have to learn and study and learn where you made a mistake.
We requested CMPD's database that tracks search warrants and their outcomes. Information like the property seized, if someone was arrested, and the name of that person. But we learned the police department doesn't track that information.
They need to start keeping better track of the data.
Attorney Dominique Cam represents Melinda London's family and has asked the city council for better police data collection moving forward.
Actually, what happens when their searches go bad, when stuff isn't found, when evidence is suppressed.
The data CMPD does track, those are all of CMPD's search warrants using SWAT teams over the last 5 years. Wow. Identified parts of Charlotte that see far more SWAT searches, a signal to Action NC political director Robert Dawkins that CMPD takes a more aggressive approach in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah, I mean, it's targeted.
And he's asking for search warrant changes.
No flashbangs in houses, and a delay, a 30-second delay before you just crash in the door.
We'll continue to evaluate, and if we need to make additional changes, we will do that. I think it's important that we're listening to the community.
Deputy Chief Stella Patterson said CMPD's already listened to some ideas, banning no-knock warrants and requiring officers to have their body cameras on anytime they're serving a warrant.
We recognize that we have to have more data.
She also says CMPD is committed to collecting better data moving forward. Things like the locations of search warrants and the demographics of the people impacted by them.
We found that we were not tracking every aspect of search warrants. So we are working through that.
It's unclear exactly when the new data collection will begin, but the deputy chief said the hope is by the end of this year. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.